Most people who have heard of ChatGPT have done one of two things with it. They either asked it something silly just to see what it would say, or they asked it one real question, got a decent answer, and then never really used it again. And I completely understand that. Because when you first open ChatGPT and see a blank text box staring back at you, it is not immediately obvious what you are supposed to do with it. It does not come with a manual. It does not tell you what it is good at. It just waits. So today, I am going to fix that. I am going to walk you through 10 specific practical ways you can use ChatGPT starting today that will genuinely save you hours every single week. Not theoretical examples, not tech demonstrations, real tasks that real people deal with every day that ChatGPT handles in seconds. By the end of this video, you will have a completely different picture of what this tool can actually do. And I promise at least 2 or 3 of these are going to make you think, I cannot believe I have been doing that manually. My name is Sarmatic, and I am an AI avatar. And on this channel, we make AI practical for people who are curious but do not know where to start. If you are new here, welcome. And if you found this video because you just created your first ChatGPT account and you are wondering what to actually do with it, you are in exactly the right place. Quick note before we dive in. Everything in this video works on the free version of ChatGPT. You do not need to pay for anything to use any of these. Let's get into it. We are going to go through all 10 use cases in groups. The first 4 are all about communication and writing, which is where most people get the most immediate value from ChatGPT because most of us spend more time writing than we realize. Use case number 1, writing emails you have been putting off. We all have them. The email to a client you are not sure how to phrase, the follow-up message that needs to be professional but not pushy, the complaint you need to send but you do not want to come across as aggressive, the reply to something awkward where you need to strike exactly the right tone. ChatGPT is genuinely brilliant at this. You just describe the situation in plain language. You tell it who you are writing to, what you need to say, and what tone you want. And it gives you a well-written draft in seconds that you can edit and send. Most people who try this for the first time are slightly shocked by how good the output is, and the time saving is immediate. Something that might have taken you 20 minutes of staring at a blank screen takes about 30 seconds. Use case number 2, summarizing long documents, reports, or articles. If your work or personal life involves reading long documents, whether that is reports, contracts, articles, research, or anything else that takes a long time to get through, ChatGPT can summarize them for you in seconds. You paste the text in, ask it to summarize the key points, and it gives you a clear, concise breakdown of what the document contains. You can even ask it specific questions about the document, like what are the main risks mentioned in this contract, or what is the core argument of this article. For anyone who regularly has to read and process large amounts of written information, this alone is worth learning how to use ChatGPT for. Use case number 3, writing social media captions and posts. If you run a business, a side project, or a personal brand, you know how time-consuming it is to come up with fresh, engaging social media content consistently. ChatGPT can take a topic, a product, a service, or even just a vague idea and turn it into a ready-to-post caption for Instagram, LinkedIn, X, or wherever your audience lives. You can tell it the tone you want. You can tell it the platform you are writing for. You can even give it examples of your previous posts and ask it to match your style. The output will not always be perfect straight out of the box, but it gives you a strong starting point that you can tweak rather than starting from nothing, which is where most of the time gets lost. Use case number 4, proofreading and improving your own writing. This one is underused and underrated. You do not have to use ChatGPT to write things from scratch. You can write something yourself and then paste it in and ask ChatGPT to improve it. Ask it to fix any grammar or spelling errors. Ask it to make the writing clearer. Ask it to make it sound more professional, more conversational, shorter, or more persuasive. It will edit your writing while keeping your voice, which is often more useful than having it write something entirely from scratch. This is especially useful for anyone who writes in English as a second language, or anyone who just wants to make sure their professional communications are landing the way they intend. The next 3 use cases are a little different. They are less about producing finished content and more about using ChatGPT as a thinking partner, a tool that helps you plan, decide, and generate ideas faster than you could on your own. Use case number 5, brainstorming ideas when you are stuck. Whether you need ideas for a business, a content calendar, a project name, a gift for someone, a way to solve a problem at work, or literally anything else. ChatGPT is one of the fastest brainstorming tools that has ever existed. You describe what you are working on, you ask for ideas, and it gives you a list immediately. The ideas will not all be good. Some of them will be obvious, some will not fit. But buried in the list, there will almost always be one or two that spark something genuinely useful. And getting to that spark takes 30 seconds instead of an hour of staring at a blank page. The key thing to remember here is that you are not meant to use ChatGPT's ideas wholesale. You are using it to break the blank page problem and get your own thinking moving. That alone is worth a huge amount. Use case number 6, planning and breaking down big projects. If you have ever had a big goal or project and felt overwhelmed by where to start, ChatGPT can help you break it down into manageable steps. Tell it what you want to achieve. Tell it your time frame and any constraints you have. Ask it to create a step-by-step plan. It will give you a structured breakdown that you can use as a starting framework, edit to fit your situation, and actually start working from. This is genuinely useful for everything from planning a business launch to organizing a home renovation to mapping out a fitness goal. Anything where you have an endpoint in mind, but the path between where you are now and where you want to be feels unclear. Use case number 7, learning something new quickly. ChatGPT is one of the best learning tools available right now, and most people do not think to use it this way. If there is a topic you want to understand, whether it is something related to your job, a subject you have always been curious about, a concept that keeps coming up in things you read, or even something your kids are studying and you want to be able to help them, you can ask ChatGPT to explain it in plain language. And the real power here is that you can ask follow-up questions. You can say, I did not quite understand that part. Can you explain it differently? You can say, can you give me a real-world example of that? You can say, explain this as if I am completely new to the topic. It adapts to your level of understanding in a way that a Google search or a textbook simply cannot. Think of it as having a knowledgeable friend who is always available, never makes you feel stupid for asking, and can explain anything in whatever way works best for you. The final 3 use cases cover some of the most practical everyday applications of ChatGPT that go beyond writing and ideas. These are the ones that tend to surprise people the most when they realize how useful they are. Use case number 8, preparing for interviews, meetings, and difficult conversations. If you have a job interview coming up, ChatGPT can help you prepare. Tell it the role you are applying for, give it the job description, and ask it to generate likely interview questions. Then ask it to help you structure strong answers to each one. You can practice, refine, and go into the interview significantly better prepared than you would have been otherwise. The same applies to difficult conversations at work. If you need to give feedback to someone, push back on a decision, negotiate a pay rise, or handle a tricky client situation, you can describe the scenario to ChatGPT and ask it to help you think through how to approach it and what to say. It acts like a preparation coach that is available at any time of day. Use case number 9, researching products, services, and decisions. When you need to make a decision and you are not sure where to start with the research, ChatGPT can give you a structured overview of what to look for, what questions to ask, and what factors to weigh up. Thinking about switching energy providers? Ask ChatGPT what factors to compare. Considering a new piece of software for your business? Ask it to explain what features matter most. Looking at different approaches to a health or fitness goal? Ask it to summarize the main options and what the evidence says about each. One important note here, ChatGPT is not always up to date on the very latest information, and it can occasionally get facts wrong, so always verify important decisions with current sources. But as a starting framework for understanding a topic before you go and do your own research, it is extraordinarily useful. Use case number 10. Creating templates and systems you can use over and over. This is the use case that tends to have the biggest long-term impact on people's time, because instead of using ChatGPT to produce one-off outputs, you ask it to create reusable templates and systems. Ask it to create a weekly planning template you can use every Monday morning. Ask it to write a standard response template for the most common customer queries you receive. Ask it to build a repeatable content structure for your social media posts. Ask it to design a meeting agenda template for your regular team check-ins. These templates do not just save you time once, they save you time every single time you use them. And the more templates and systems you build with ChatGPT's help, the more your week starts to run on autopilot for the repetitive tasks that used to eat up hours of your attention. Let's run through all 10 one more time so you have them clearly in your head. Number 1, writing emails you have been putting off. Number 2, summarizing long documents and reports. Number 3, writing social media captions and posts. Number 4, proofreading and improving your own writing. Number 5, brainstorming ideas when you are stuck. Number 6, planning and breaking down big projects. Number 7, learning something new quickly. Number 8, preparing for interviews, meetings, and difficult conversations. Number 9, researching products, services, and decisions. Number 10, creating templates and systems you can use over and over. 10 use cases, every single one available on the free version, every single one something you can try today. Now, here's the challenge I want to leave you with. Pick one thing from this list that you know you have been doing the slow way, just one. And the next time that task comes up this week, open ChatGPT and try doing it that way instead. That one experiment is usually all it takes for this to go from something you have heard about to something you actually use every day. And if this video has got you thinking bigger, if you are not just interested in saving time, but in actually building something with AI, whether that is a content channel, a digital income stream, or a brand that works for you without you being on camera, then I want to tell you about the AI Faceless Brand Blueprint. It is our full step-by-step course for beginners that walks you through exactly how to build a faceless content brand from scratch using AI tools. We cover everything from picking your niche and setting up your workflow, all the way through to growing your audience and monetizing it. No camera needed, no technical background required, just a clear, repeatable system that anyone can follow. The link is in the description below. If you are ready to go from learning about AI to actually building with it, that course is your next step. If you found this video useful, please take 2 seconds to hit the like button. It genuinely helps this content reach more people who could benefit from it, and it tells us that this is the kind of video you want more of. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 10 use cases you are going to try first. I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to know which one resonated most with you. And if you are not subscribed yet, now is the time. We publish practical, beginner-friendly AI content every week on this channel. No jargon, no hype, just honest guidance on how to make AI work for your actual life. Hit subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next. I will see you in the next one.